What is up, guys, and welcome to another video. Hope we're all well. Apologies for not uploading a vlog for a while, but we have been pretty busy. I've been firmly placed in Dubai over the past couple of weeks, and to be honest, it's been very much needed because there's been lots of things that have needed to be taken care of. So today, instead of you watching a video of me swanning around, chilling at the beach club, just having a bit of a laugh, it's going to be a bit more of a serious video today. I'm going to take you behind the scenes of what a typical working day would look like for me and talk more about the business side of things. What does Mike Thurston actually do for a living and how does he make his money? Right then. First call of action for today is to head over to Motor City to meet up with my accountants. This isn't a typical thing which I'd do. My accountants are actually based in the UK, and I do speak to them fairly regularly, but they are over here on business. I think they're expanding here. I mean, shock, just like everybody else, Dubai is the place to be. So I'm going to be doing a mini podcast with them for their socials, and then just a general catch up on finances and planning. So we are switching up the roles today. I am being interviewed by Reza. Brandon sat there in the corner. He's someone who I'm going to be working with closely now since like a month ago.
Yeah, just changed over from Doris to myself, so I'll be looking after you going forward.
Nice. Let's get it started. So I've been working with those guys for well over 5 years now. In fact, they were my accountants when I was based in London in the UK, and then when I moved over to Dubai, they actually ensured that the whole transition was as smooth as it possibly could be. And that's one thing that I need. I need that peace of mind that my finances and the accounts are taken care of, because if they're not, you know, things are going to be a mess. But more importantly, if you start earning more money and things aren't tracked, if things aren't paid respectively, the tax which you are due to pay, then you'll get yourself in trouble. And this is particularly important for those people who are moving from one place to another. For example, coming to Dubai, a lot of people think, oh well, Dubai is tax-free, so I don't need to pay any tax, but that's not entirely true, especially not anymore. Although you don't have to pay income tax, you do have to pay corporation tax, and there's also VAT which needs to be paid depending upon the nature of your business. So these guys literally made the transition from the UK to Dubai as smooth as it possibly could have been. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be working with them for the rest of my life. They literally save so much time. I've got that peace of mind knowing that everything that needs to be done is being done, and if the HMRC or the Dubai authorities want to have a closer look at my finances and my accounts, I can give everything to them and know that there's not going to be any issues or any problems or any fines, or worst case scenario, any jail time. So get it sorted, guys. Check out the link in the description if you want to find out more. It's Capture Accounting. If you're coming to Dubai or you're already living in Dubai and you need some solid, respectable accountants, they're the guys to go for. Right then, it's time to get session in. Now, when it comes to my training, I actually prefer to do it without filming anything, because whenever I start filming when I'm training, it's a massive distraction and then the session isn't as good as it could be. So usually what I do is I get the session out of the way first, and then any content which needs to be created is done after the session, when one, I've got a naughty little pump, and two, I'm like hyped up because I've just done the session, so it kind of works out best that way. And obviously with what I do, there's a lot of content which needs to be created around fitness, whether that's short form content or long form content. So long form content for YouTube, but also for my VIP area where there's exclusive content which I put together for that, and then short form content for all the other social media platforms such as Instagram and the YouTube Shorts, right? So I'm creating specific content just for that, as well as the long form content, and it's actually pretty time consuming. If you want to have a presence online, then you need to create content online, so it's still something which I have to do, but I try and make it as efficient as possible, so I'm not spending like half of my day creating 1 or 2 Instagram reels that might potentially just disappear off the face of the earth in 24 hours. I'll always be more of a fan of the long form content, but you got to do both. That's just the game these days. Right then, now we are on the Palm because I have another meeting. This time it's with a wealth manager. This is actually somebody who I met through friends. It's one of the reasons why I love Dubai, because you just meet so many people, so many good contacts that can actually help you out and do business with. So I'm gonna catch up with him at the beach club. Hey, there he is.
You're right, you're looking very fresh.
I'm dressed in all white today because the heat.
Good, man. I like the colour cool.
This is all my attire, by the way.
Yeah, no, I've seen that. I need to pick up those shorts, man. It looks amazing.
What do you think a lot of people in my position, what mistakes are they making? And where could they actually improve putting their money aside to actually generate some wealth?
I think that the biggest mistake is everyone, no matter what anyone earns, right, they spend essentially what comes in. So no matter what someone earns year to year, money comes in, goes straight back out the door, and they don't have anything to show for it. And the risk there is if your business or your career doesn't carry on the way it is at the minute, you're going to have nothing to live off. You want to be as successful as you currently are 5 years from now. So the big mistake people make is they don't start putting away money, buying assets to produce an income for the future and to protect themselves from not having, I suppose, the lifestyle either they have today or they want to have in the future. It's
all about building the right team around you, being sensible with your money, and ensuring that, when you're older, not only when you're older, but also in like my position now, I can not stress out knowing that I've actually got quite a lot of money saved and is recurring every month without me actually having to do a huge amount of work. So it's a lot of peace of mind, and that's what I'm all about. I like having that peace of mind so that if, for example, I wanted to stop working, I wanted to stop making content, life is going to be good and I can still live at that standard of living, that quality of life that I want to have, and everything is good. The thing is with me, I've always had a very optimistic and abundance mindset, so I'm not afraid to spend money because I know the money's always going to come in. And even when things get a little bit tight, it's like, hey, well, I'll just go and make some more money. So there's never really been an issue about making more money, but I guess the mistake I've made is like I make more money and then I just spend more money. And then it's just this endless cycle of me earning more, spending more, and it just gets a little bit silly. Right then, we have just come to the beach, Kite Beach to be precise. It's very chilled here and there is a huge stretch of path to walk along. So I usually come here, either listen to a podcast which I need to catch up on, maybe I need to do some preparation for a podcast which I'm doing, or just make a couple of calls. Ideally it is like semi-productive, a little bit of me time where I can get my steps in, but also get a little bit of a tan, because it is time of the year right now where the weather's perfect and it is going to be extremely good for the next 5 months or so. So I just love to get outdoors and enjoy it. I wouldn't say that I have a specific routine which I follow on a day-to-day basis. It really does depend on what is going on. But I think one thing which I am most proud about, or most content with, is the fact that I can pick and choose when I work. I mean, this has always been the dream ever since I was in my early 20s, late teens. I just wanted to work when I wanted to work, and if I wanted to take time off, I would like to have that option to take time off. So there may be a couple of days where I don't do a whole lot, but then there may also be days or weeks when it does feel pretty full on, and pretty much every day I'm doing something, and that might be all day, all night. But the best thing is I have the freedom to pick and choose, and on top of that, it's one of those things, the more effort that I put in, the more rewards that I will get back. So the driving situation in Dubai is a bit of a disaster, really. I mean, 4 or 5 years ago I used to love driving around, but now the traffic is outrageous. It's getting to the point where I think I actually now need to be driven around. I've noticed I've spent a lot more time in taxis because with taxis I can actually get shit done whilst I'm moving from place to place. When I'm actually driving the car, I can't do anything apart from maybe listen to a podcast. But a day like today where I'm actually moving around Dubai quite a bit, I'm going to be spending realistically at least 2 hours on the road. So it's not ideal. The situation hopefully will fix itself. You know what, I've actually just come to the realization I'm going to ignore everything that Dan has told me, everything that my accountants have told me, and I'm just going to buy a Maybach and hire a driver and just get driven around in that all day. I think that is the best thing that I can do with my money right now. Talk about mad jobs. This is a mad job. This building is 38 floors and they've just scaled it from top to bottom, cleaning the entire glass window front. The windows needed a clean though, that's for sure. They needed a clean. And my God, the view is looking amazing. I wish I could tip them, if there's a way for me to tip them. Give them a little tip through the window because they deserve it. It's a scary job. Announcement time, it's a special announcement. So as you guys are probably aware of the fact that I do bang on about Bioniq from time to time. So Bioniq are the customized supplements which I've been taking since 2021, I believe. But every couple of months, 4 months or so, I get a blood test. They then send it off, it gets analysed, and then I get my customized formula based off that blood test. Now, I haven't actually spoken about this, but I've been a partner of the company for quite some time now. And obviously when it comes to investing and becoming partners or teaming up with other brands is a pretty big deal for me because it has to basically align with my values and it has to kind of make sense. And obviously I have to use and like the product. So I was using the products for a solid 3 years before I actually ended up officially going into business with them. Vadim, the founder, is going to come on my podcast very soon and we're going to discuss the exciting news, which is that Cristiano Ronaldo has just invested into the company. So he is now a significant stakeholder in Bioniq. I don't even know what the hell's going to happen from this point of view. Things are no doubt going to be flying. It is officially going to be kicking off. So a couple of the things which I do, which some of you may not be aware of the fact that I do. We have the digital playbook, which I don't talk about too much because I know you guys freaking hate it when I talk about courses. But it is a course at the end of the day, and it's basically everything you could possibly need to know when it comes to building online brand presence and how to turn your passion or skill set into a very tasty money-making venture. Now it is time to have a team meeting. That's what I'll usually do on a Monday or at least once per week, meet up with the squad and just go through everything relating to all aspects of my businesses, primarily the app and also for the clothing side of things. So we discuss content, strategy, things that need to be done, etc., etc. So that's why I like being back in Dubai, because everybody's in the same place at the same time. So we can just get things done a lot quicker. And it's also good to physically meet in person, I find. So everybody likes the chairs.
Don't need a pillow under my ass?
No, they're much higher. So it's just not going to make everybody look tiny. And Salome's feet are literally dangling.
Yeah, they don't touch the ground.
So guys, hopefully we are going to have these golden necklaces on sale. Basically the necklaces which I've been wearing all the time. We have them in two colors: white gold, yellow gold, and Salome is nearly there with getting it all done.
Finally.
We're just, show me the cases again. The only thing we're waiting on now is just getting the right packaging, which has been
In between those two. Premium like this, black like this, but shaped like this so the necklace doesn't move inside.
Yeah, and it's been a bit of a disaster, has it?
It has, indeed.
Dealing with people in Dubai is not always easy. Put it that way. If they sell well, who knows? I might just sack off all the swim shorts and just get into the jewelry business. Right? I won't have to deal with like all different sizes of shorts. It's just a one size fits all. Guys, there is a massive screen on a boat advertising to everybody on the beach. Never seen that before. Oh, so guys, we are just about to film a podcast with Chris, with Elvis, helping me set everything up. This is a remote one. I'm actually done another remote one the other day with Dr. Greer, which was absolutely wild. That got 100,000 views in 17 hours. So if you haven't seen that one, you should go and watch it. Can't actually believe it's still up there on YouTube, to be honest. I thought they would have taken it down by now. It's an extremely controversial one, but very interesting. Love having topics like that discussed on the podcast. The first time I've talked about aliens and all sorts of things like that. I do want to quickly say thank you to everybody who has been supporting the podcast. I think we just passed 200k a couple of weeks ago, which is good news. It takes more time up than you would expect it to. I definitely treat it as a business. It needs to be treated as a business if you actually want to be consistent with pumping out the episodes every week, because so many people try or think, yeah, I'm going to start a podcast, and then, you know, once they've kind of rinsed their inner circle of friends, they start to run out of guests, run out of steam and momentum, and then realize, oh, it's actually cost quite a lot of money to run. For example, every episode that I do does actually cost me quite a bit in terms of like the team involved with filming, editing, and running everything. So it's weird. I don't know if this is directly making me money at this stage. It's never really been a venture to make money. I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing it. It's almost like a challenge sometimes when I'm speaking to people who I don't necessarily know much about their world, and it's definitely helped me with my own self-development and my ability to converse with people. And I think one of the best things is just having the opportunity to meet loads of cool people who I would not have met if it wasn't for me doing this podcast. So it's great for networking and just great for meeting people. So I'm enjoying it for sure. I mean, there's a huge list of people who I still want to speak to, and you know, the more people that subscribe, the more people that view the podcast, the higher the chances that I'm going to be able to get these top guests who I want to speak to. So that is just a kind of a sneak peek look into what a working day is like for me. It is not all me, you know, lounging around and traveling the world and just frolicking around the planet. I do go through these periods of time where I work and I build and I grow. So I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you are all maybe motivated by this to get up off your ass, maybe quit your job and pursue that dream lifestyle, that dream career path that you've always wanted to follow, because I feel like I'm certainly living it right now, and I can't complain at all. I am living the dream, living the life which I always wanted to live when I was younger, particularly even in my 20s. So go out there, get at it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.